Hey guys, Tightrope here, bringing you a 1v1 today. We are on road to Tunis. Today spawning on the left, we've got enemy with Afrika Korps, unselected currently. Against Prabuty here on the right with US forces, immediately going for armoured. Down the barracks. So you're going to build first 4x4? Yes. Go for the veterancy and the fast deploy, so we hit in the field very quickly. So yeah, first cast of the new patch.
Panzer Grenadiers have assembled.
See how it gets on.
My men stand ready.
Probably the most, you know, lopsided matchup of the previous patch as well.
Location secured.
One thing, I was a little bit surprised not to see the 4x4 get some of its armor back after it got nerfed.
Territory secured. All quiet. Utility vehicle here.
With the Krutschützen for enemy, so maybe the 4x4 can go chasing it later on. Oh wow, early engineers from Prabuty, that's a little bit surprising. Scouts leave the cap when they're about 3/4 complete to fight the crowd. I think I might have backed out, tried to take some light cover back here. There's a lot of capture progress he's lost. Doing well in the fight though. But taking a lot of damage frontally. 4x4 backing away. 2 squads making a push onto the fuel. Backing away just to the VP though. Looks like the Panzer Pi is going to do the capping. Going to send the Panzer Grenadiers forwards to fight. And they're going to plant a mine up over there. Beauty see that? Yeah, you can see that. See the progress on that mine. So surprise there is not going to be the best. But definitely, you know, if you're up against these things, the Krutschützen, the 4x4, getting Kruds, putting a mine on your fuel is a pretty good idea. Definitely myself lost a couple of these light vehicles to those. Oh! Yeah, I mean that's just really bad from Prabuty. He saw, he could literally see them digging away with their shovels. Should have known a mine was coming up there. I did back away, pop itself up here, then come back in. Continuing to harass. Definitely don't want to be firing at a unit in heavy cover if you're using the crud. Just doesn't really do enough damage. Light cover's okay, not ideal. And don't want to be fighting 2-on-1s as well. Well, 2-on-1s against the Kruds. Krud plus something else is ideal. It's Vet 1 there though. And the scout having to get out. Krud now has its buff. Like the enemy's 15% easy to hit. Makes it a very good support squad. Or support unit in fights. I still cut off here from enemy. Scouts in some major trouble. No run and gun from the Panzer Greens though. They're going to go for the engineers, but they give up on that. I think that was... should have been able to get one of those 2 squads, I think, with a bit of run and gun chase down. And I think I would have been happy taking a squad, well, giving, you know, receiving a squad wipe in return for getting forced off. Be cut off earlier. I'll be happy to make that trade myself. Enemy standing strong here on the cutoff. And it is going to allow him to hold on for a long time. Just to cycle the captain and Prabuty here. He's got off to a rough start. Crowd out, capping on the edge. But Riflemen do make their way down to the fuel point on this side. Unless he had a flamethrower popping here, Prabuty, it's not going to work out for him too well. Panzer Greens do get, you know, nerfed a little bit in close, but not by that much. Pops his Vet 1 ability, the focus fire. Eventually does get forced away. I think maybe enemy could have held on there a little bit longer, but that's not a big deal. captain doing better in that fight than I was expecting.
Infantry!
Now the crowd out the back here. Not sitting still to fire with the captain though, running into the capture circle and now getting slaughtered. Drops down to 2 models. Big penetration on that captain's LMG though. Crowd's in some trouble. Oh! 2 HP.
Panzer Grenadiers have been mustered.
So sad. Riflemen run out of heavy cover. Win the fight against the flamer there.
A victory
The
point is being
mechanized company
taken
is
from
up.
us.
So not going to be seeing the flak feeling for enemy.
Our munitions point is being... Proximity alarm near our victory point.
And a mine coming up for Prabuty down here. But again, I think he's a little bit too close to the
Lost
circle.
control of a victory point.
Oh, in fact, this... No, he's alright. Interesting. Seems to be a bit closer to
Enemy
this side
forces
than
have captured a victory point.
on that side. No, he did a good job. That mine's well hidden. Good little ambush for the Krautschützen.
We've done what we can.
Territory sector has been claimed by the enemy.
Okay, we do have medics up for Prabuty out the back. He's gone for double early tech as well. He's gone for weapon support center, so maybe going to see an M3. There's a possibility. Mine goes off. Drops down to 1 model there. Looks like it was a 3 model kill mine, perhaps.
Proximity alarm near our
Right,
victory
getting
point.
close to Vet 2 now. Jumps back behind the heavy cover to try and fight this one. And we've got 2 squads rolling up. They're quite low in health. No call in yet.
Enemy has taken a victory point.
This is 4 Panzer Grenadiers as well as the Krad for enemy. It's a lot of units in the early game. So it has delayed both his call-in and perhaps his first light vehicle a little bit. Bazookas from Prabuty. Try and get them some early vets here. So you can get that phosphorus rocket most likely. And he has 8 rad in production. Freshly nerfed. Did still go armored support with the fire support drills. Superior fire drills.
Hit something important.
So we'll get to see the 8 rad in all its nerfed glory. See if it still holds up. Beauty meanwhile maybe stalling for the Scott.
Territory point is no
Scott
longer
can
under our
kind of
control.
fight back against the 8 rad. Not too bad. He's struggling for manpower right now though. Beauty. You go for some upgrades? No.
Just start stacking your pukes.
Forces the P-Greens off here. Do the capping with the scouts out the back. Ow! Oh, catches them while they're constructing the sandbags and they get railed. That's one of the situations where the model cap making the difference. And they're mega clumped up against the sandbags. Probably the old 8 rad would have got the squad right there. Not the case this time round. And yes indeed, here comes the Scott. Rifleman with the advantage here. So much more health. Enemy tried to activate the Vet 1 ability, but it's not enough of a bonus.
Our fuel point is being neutralized by the enemy.
Bazooka's supporting the Scott. Chasing the rifleman off the fuel before they can decapture it though, and going to put a mine down over their enemy. Try and prevent further harass on that point. Goes for the call-in now with the Panzer Jaeger. And there we go, Scott. Oh, the bazookas actually get a shot through. There goes the crud. Well done. Switching sides again. 2 250 in the center. Still doesn't have healing back here. So maybe going to try look to force these squads off the center, then use the 250's healing. Big floating shots from the Scot here. It's a bit more direct. And bazookas. One connecting with 8-Rad. Hit the one now with the bazookas. The Jaeger's coming up for the Scot. Couple nice connections.
We're losing grasp of a victory point.
And Jaeger's getting out of there now.
Our victory point is being neutralized by the enemy. Proximity alarm near our capture point.
Pressure here from the side on the machine gun.
We have lost control of a victory point.
50 hanging in there for a little bit, but here comes the Scot now. Oh wow, a recon tractor from enemy. An unexpected choice. Still very low. He's going to be bleeding a lot of manpower here. Looks like he's backing the 250 out. Maybe he's going to do some healing with it now. Did end up going for that call in at about the 8-minute mark, so he's hoping to get a second call in. It will be delayed. It's an interesting tactic, you know. You go for the call in reactively, but then in return, your next call in will be slower. Pros and cons there. Contractor artillery dropped down. Prabuty retreating. Comes down very fast, that artillery though. Maybe a little bit too fast. Ooh, got hit by the phosphorus rocket, has to get out of there. 8-Rad, is it going to go for the chase down? Low health rifleman. Oh, actually a second bazooka coming down for Prabuty. The enemy's not taking any chances. Bazooka's coming up for the 8-Rad. Three positions behind heavy cover. Wood's taking a lot of damage. The squad's kind of getting baited into the supporting infantry. Looks like Panzer Pie is going to peel off to do some repairs. No sweeper for enemy. So, you know, could potentially be running into some mines. And if a player like this is going for multiple bazooka squads, they could also be going for the heavy mines from over here. It's the demolitions package, is it? Does not have it ticked, but got to be very worried about that. This kind of makes those bazookas quite useful. They can go around planting those very strong mines, so you don't really have to use them in combat outside of against vehicles directly. Again, the recon tractor artillery doing some great damage. Nearly hit one after that. That's the Scot doing 6 kills, pretty good. 8-Rad, 8. Definitely can feel the sting has been taken out of this 8-Rad though. I feel like probably would have seemed about 2 squad wipes by now with the old 8-Rad. It's another situation where the model cat would have been saving those scouts a bit. Marder popping out now for enemy. Knows, you know, he's up against armoured, so probably going to be an easy 8 stall. But Prabuty going for bazookas, doing some unusual stuff. He's actually gone for a tank depot. So bazooka's missing there. Just a little bit closer. It's a good volley off. 8-Rad now low, has to repair it again. phosphorus from the Scott. Peering this out the back. Scott hasn't seen too much action since that phosphorus did get nerfed. I think it was the impact damage was less, and then also cost munitions now. Just to fall out of favour. Still a solid unit though, especially with this build where you're not going to be building a Greyhound or a Chaffee. It's a good amount of
Enemy forces have captured a
anti-everything.
victory point.
But yeah, still would expect a tanker quite a lot later than this, but Marder means that he is reasonably prepared. Enemy. Showing at the building. Here comes the Sherman. The Marder decided to push up just at this instance though. Scout. Camouflage recon mode there. Went for that Vet 1. Very strong recon tool. Gonna get spotted by the recon tractor actually with its stealth. Oh, a lot of bazookas connecting. Marder squeezing through the rocks.
Our victory point is being neutralized by the enemy.
Gonna get away with it though.
Proximity alarm near our munitions point.
Oh, every bazooka connects. That doesn't happen too often.
Acknowledged.
Now the 8 Rad having to get out of there. Prabuty though chasing too far with that 1 health. Okay, 1 model. Squad gets away.
Territory is now in enemy hands.
He's got a sweeper over here. Prabuty.
Victory point lost.
Dropping down another mine on the VP. Good flank on this machine gun though. Capping out on the edge there. A lot of repairs required. 250 on medic mode here.
Panzer Grenadiers are fully replenished.
Luftwaffe forces are available to harass
Just going to
the
use
target
everything that's
area.
back here healing to get some repairs done.
Territory overrun.
Good amount of mines down so far from Prabuty as well. She's making good use of that early engineer that he went for. So find no bars on the rifleman as well, so it's definitely a bit of an unusual build, and here we go. This pops high explosive going chasing after this Panzergren. Gives up the chase here though. Oh, that could be a squad wipe though. 8 Rad on the other side knows that it's safe to go for the chase because saw the Sherman on the other side recently. Gets the squad wipe. Squad was actually not too far away from escaping. Prabuty's got a lot of mines down here. Engineers maybe trying to bait. Here come the bazookas. 8 Rad backs away at a good timing though. I think the recon. Oh! It's another mine. Now maybe the Sherman can come in for the squad wipe. Bad shot. Could maybe have gone for like a phosphorus rocket, right? Into a retreat path? Would have been a nice play. Second Marder picked up now enemy, so yeah, with 1 Marder very shaky against the Sherman, but with 2 should be pretty safe. Couple big shots on the Scott there. Marder's pushing in. The contractor. Quite an intel. Man on the Panzergrens now as well, so with the LMGs, with the 6-man, they're going to be beating these riflemen up pretty badly. He's rebuilding the rifle, and he's got bars on them now also. So we will start to fight back a bit. Great shot from the Sherman. Ooh, we might hit the mine here though. Have started to see the bulldozer become a lot more popular. more against Wehrmacht than against Afrika Korps, but interesting that Prabuty did decide to go for the regular
Proximity alarm
Sherman.
near our capture point.
And he's got enough for the planes now, and they did get their health buffed up again. So likely to come through from multiple passes. Great phosphorus rocket there.
Enemy have claimed our sector.
And the enemy not really reacting to that.
We have proximity alarm.
Oh,
near
I
our
just
victory
about lost
point.
his whole squad.
Victory point under enemy
Wow, that's a
control.
close call. Let's retreat from the center, recon tractor artillery. Phosphorus from the Scott there. I'm a bit surprised how slow the Scott has been to get. Still not even Vet 2. Been on the field it's a long time. Maybe now that it's phosphorus has been nerfed, maybe it could do with a slight vet requirement decrease.
A munitions point is being taken from us.
And has to get out of there early with the rifleman.
We're losing grasp of the victory
Martyrs
point.
haven't been up to much so far. Haven't really found the Sherman. Sherman switching from side to side, staying evasive. This artillery from the captain coming down there.
Enemy forces have
Dodges
captured the
forwards.
victory point.
Looks like the riflemen maybe don't have the second bar yet.
Say again, 300 points remaining.
A close call on the Panzerpio.
Territory overrun.
Enemy's got so much munitions. And there's another phosphorus rocket. Sticks around to complete the capture.
A victory point is being taken from us.
And now the med truck coming in for enemy. Did have just about enough for another call-in. But maybe felt like he's got enough infantry at this stage. There we go.
Enemy has
Recon
taken
tractor
a
artillery
victory
again.
point.
Machine gun forced off. Cheeky grenade there. Both players retreating.
2.5 ton utility truck has arrived. We're losing grasp of a victory
Wonder if he's going to try use this in base or on field.
250 standing by.
Okay, second Sherman now
We
for
have lost
Prabuty.
control of a victory
Can't
point.
outgun these 76mm because he went for infantry support center. I don't think he's got anything from here yet.
We're tracking them on
No, he did.
300
He got
points.
advanced logistics. So reinforced cost reduction.
Our enemy has the upper hand. We have 300 points.
I think if you're going to be using bazookas, you know, they bleed quite a lot.
Proximity alarm near our fuel point.
Decent volley off there on the 8-rod. The contractor again providing so much intel, getting these barrages off. But interesting, wasn't actually set up there, so dodges that quite easily.
Proximity alarm near
I am
our
surprised we haven't seen
victory
just activation of these planes. Just to get a bit of... Okay, here it goes now. Just to get a bit of map control as well, I was thinking. Little Sherman on the run here. Quite close to each other. Could get a little bit of collateral damage since they're so clumped next to each other. Both tanks being targeted. There it is. Only take a third pass though. Shouldn't. He's so far out of the circle, but... So, I'm going to go into circling.
Those bastards ain't getting me.
Oh, I didn't notice this, but the machine gun went down over here during all this. And interesting, he's going to kill that off instead of steal it.
I
think I would have quite liked to have that. Some suppression against the bazookas, try to keep them at bay.
Guns are empty. Clearing airspace.
Looks like enemy's going to go for another 8-rat. So yeah, no taking up to Panzer Army Command or going to go for Armoured Reserves or whatever it is to go for some big call-ins. Just sticking with the 8-rats and Martyrs. Double Sherman out the back getting repaired.
A victory point is
The
being
sweeper
taken
upgrade
from
for
us.
fast repairs as well.
8-rad armored car has entered the field.
Gentlemen,
Enemy forces are shaken. 100 points remain.
Enemy at that stage where he doesn't really need the fuel, but maybe thinking he needs to deny the fuel from Prabuty. Which looks like he's correct. Prabuty does still kind of need the fuel.
300 points remaining. Say again, 300 points remaining.
A good number of vehicles together now.
Territory is now in enemy hands.
Does not have any of the other upgrades though. No pin bonuses. Not that he needs it. Martyrs 100% to pin the Sherman. Just about. 195. Must be close. Beauty going for the M3. Of course, he did have
Acknowledged.
weapon support
Enemy
center
forces
down
are
already, so
75 points.
makes it quite easy to afford, and shutting down those planes helpful. Not as good as it was last patch though. Like honestly, in terms, if you're quick to dodge away previously, you're probably going to take a similar amount of damage. So just driving out of the circle. Trying to stay in the circle and shoot the planes down. Does buy you some more field presence. Triple Sherman waiting back here.
The enemy has taken a victory
See that
point.
Prabuty is quite low on the victory points, so it's weighing on his mind. Double 8-rats swarming in. And there goes the captain. Come with Triple Sherman, looking for a wipe in return on the other side of the map. Martyrs. Slow to react. Here they come now. Oh, it's got to be like a sub 10 health escape there. Bit of a lucky break for enemy. Good time to drop some recon tractor artillery.
The enemy has lowered our victory points to 200.
It's Triple Sherman, but they're not really getting the job done at the moment.
Enemy forces.
Ready to lose on your mark.
Oh, just ready to go again for enemy. There's
Point is being neutralized by the
there's
enemy.
a storm as well. Needs to make a quick escape. Beauty gearing up for an attack. He's coming in with low health, but must feel a bit desperate because of the victory point situation. Trying to come in from the side here on the 8-rats, and the Martyrs not facing the right angle. Going out hunting for the bazooka. One Sherman is low, not on prioritized vehicles here for Prabuty. He's dropped down the planes. Quads in the circle, could get targeted. Oh, friendly fire from his own mine. I think that was combined up with the planes triggering it. Oh, that's a disaster for Prabuty. So sad.
Losing armor. Sherman gone.
Oh man, absolute heartbreaker for him there.
Have been requisitioned. They're standing by.
We have only 250 points remaining.
Oh, and then the engineer dies over here as well. The enemy lost the low vet 8-rat. Can't win this fight in the center 2-on-1. Sad, sad, sad for Prabuty there. You know, he's getting his groove going. Foiled by his own mine. The bazooka squad went down over here as well, so he's really up against the enemy at 83, Prabuty 48.
Enemy at 250 points.
Fresh 8-rat about to pop out as well to push him up to pretty much his pop cap limit. Prabuty pushing out another Sherman. He feels like he doesn't have time to stall up the manpower for the Easy 8. And those Shermans should be quite cheap. He's got the war machine, didn't have the strength and steel though, since he went for the fast deploy.
Victory point is under enemy control.
Oh, another bazooka goes down. Another 8-Rad's Vet 3. It's getting some great hits in.
We have only 250 points remaining.
Oh. Okay, gets the squad wipe there. Nicely done by the quad. And baiting these 8-Rads in. But the Martyrs are in a good position now as well. Sherman's charging forwards, but he's going to get a snare off. 8-Rad. Oh, 8-Rad's the one that gets the kill. Sherman's circling around. Where's it going though? Can't find the target. Looks like a bazooka's been picked up by one of these squads. He's got the speed boost on that instead of the button. The button might have actually been quite helpful here. And this move just does not work out for Prabuty whatsoever. Good positioning on the Martyrs for that final fight. Way back over, huh? Alright. Yeah. Okay, yeah, it's not going to work. Hoping to see the end screen. So yeah, interesting build from Prabuty, going for both early tech structures. The bazookas were working out alright. They just bleed so much manpower. I was quite confused why they decided to drop the cost of the bazooka but increase the reinforce, because you see in these mid to late game situations, every time they get into a fight, they're just dying so fast. So always having to reinforce them costs you a lot of manpower in the long run, even with the manpower cost reduction that Prabuty went from the ISC. But ultimately, yeah, Prabuty kind of got his critical mass, 3 Shermans, was looking for an opportunity, saw one, but then the planes kind of shut that down, combined up with his own mine triggering, wounding his tanks. Didn't get an opportunity to flex his muscles this game. Unfortunate. But yeah, it's an interesting build. I wonder if Prabuty would go for like the M3 into the 75mm if he was up against the flak feeling. Maybe that's the thought process behind the build. There's plenty of options. Does end up delaying your bars for a very long time, and that allows the Panzergrenadiers to really outmuscle you because of their weapon upgrade being free, not having any side tech associated with it. Just have to outlay the munitions, which, you know, there's not that much else for you to do with your munis early on. So, quite affordable. But yeah, just the squad wipes, I think, going enemy's way, not really Prabuty's way. There were maybe a few more chances there in the early game as well for enemy to get those 2 retreating squads that were going past the cutoff. It made Prabuty start even worse. But yeah, some decent mine play from Prabuty. Maybe could have tried to get a few mines down in slightly more aggressive positions. But his engineers were, he only had 1 squad of them, so they're quite often tied up doing repairs. Recon Tractor getting a lot of value this game as well. A lot of strong barrages. And the intel from it, very, very helpful, shutting down those scouts that were trying to creep around in camouflage. Making it easy to counter them. Late healing from an enemy as well, but seemed to work out okay. Bit of 250 healing. Not really relying on the call-ins as well. I think only 1 call-in from enemy. Most players opting for 2, so quite a few little differences in this match. I don't think I mentioned the ranks of these 2 guys. I think enemies rank 10 and Prabuty 25. Forgot to mention that at the outset, so I apologize for that. But yeah, quite a high-ranking match. GG. Well, anyway, guys, wrap on that. If you like to again recast by me, details are in the video description down below. Otherwise, I'll see you for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.